out that have the bull that I love. I remember when they got him as a calf, and now he's real big. I'm not sure what breed. I don't know much about cattle, but he's white, and he has like a bump on his neck. Has to do with whatever kind of breed he is. And they have 2 horses that they keep in the field with him, and he's really friendly with the brown horse. And then they have a couple other horses that they keep on the other side. Anyway, I was just noticing that the little barn that they had built a couple years ago, barn, stable, it looks like something happened to the door, or the whole front, actually. I was looking at that, but good morning. I think it's after 8. I have to do laundry today. It's very overcast, and it's been overcast all week. Warm, breezy, overcast. This morning, when I went out to let the chickens out and sit with them, I guess about 6:15, 6:20, it was sprinkling. Felt good. We need a real good rain that will soak into the ground. Well, let me tell you a surprise. Yesterday afternoon, early afternoon, I got a text from my pastor's wife asking, will I be home? I wonder what they're doing. Be home tomorrow. Well, okay, it was yesterday. And she said, will you be home today around 4:30? And I didn't know if I would be. I thought I had to be someplace else for 4. So I said, I don't know, but I'll let you know. And she texted back. She said, okay, Pastor and I wanted to take you out for your birthday for supper, but not sure if you're feeling up to it or not. So if I wasn't, they were going to have food Ubered over or sent over. And I told her, no, I'm feeling fine to go out. In the morning I told her in the morning early I had the endocrinologist appointment, and then I was busy down there at Baylor in Plano trying to reschedule some other doctor's appointments, and I got stuck in a lot of traffic. It did flare up my sciatic nerve, but not to where I had to be down in bed with my leg up. So it turned out that I went out. They came and picked me up about 5 o'clock and took me out for my birthday, for a birthday supper, which was a surprise and was so kind of them. And she had asked me, what is your favorite place? Well, I told her I don't have a favorite place, and as you know, I don't hardly ever eat out, which is true. Well, they decided they would take me to this newish place. I think it's a couple years old. I drive by it all the time. I drive by it to church. I drive by it to Kroger. I look at it when I'm getting gas at Kroger because it's right there. And so we went. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Creekside. But it seems like there's another word after that or before that. But it was really good, and got what they got, but I cheated because I haven't had pasta in so long, which, is hard for me being Italian and growing up on homemade pasta. And I don't like the wheat pasta. I got a coffee here. I don't like the wheat pasta. It tastes plastic. So anyway, I got this dish. It was penne pasta with spinach, healthy spinach, and it had some, I think, tomatoes in it, maybe, or there might have been red peppers. I don't remember now. But and a nice Alfredo sauce, and then grilled chicken. It came with it, and a piece of Texas toast came with it. And I got a nice big tall glass of unsweet iced tea. That's all they have there. As far as tea, my pastor likes iced tea, half sweet and half unsweet, and all they have is unsweet there, which is fine with me. And I got that, and boy, you take your last sip in your glass, and I don't know where the waiter comes from, but he's right there to bring you another glass. You don't even have to ask. They're somewhere watching. We had a wonderful meal and a visit, and we ran into my landlord and his wife there. They were where we were seated. I looked out the window. I said, "You'll never guess who just pulled up." Of course, we all know each other. My pastor and wife know my landlord and wife really well. About the same amount of time as they've known me. And anyway, I said who just pulled up, and then my landlord and his wife came in, and my pastor's wife got up to go say hi to them and tell them we were there. And they came over and talked. They went to their own table. I was going to say, would you like to sit with us? And my pastor and wife would not have mind. They might have been thinking the same thing, but I thought, well, I'm being treated, so it's not my place. And maybe my pastor and wife thought, well, this is, our time with me. Or maybe they thought my landlord and wife, we're just going to have their little supper together. Anyway, we all did get to say hi to each other, talk a few minutes, and it was nice, very nice. And my pastor's wife gave me a card. The envelope was purple, and she wrote in the card that they thought I would love the card because purple, and she put in parentheses Chiari. Chiari malformation, the brainstem disease I have, the awareness color is purple. But on the front of the card were these purple flowers, and it was handmade quilling, I think is how you say it. And it's was made in, I read the back of it again this morning, and I think it's handmade in Vietnam, and I think kids do it, or teenagers do it. Very interesting. Then they took me home, and we sat out there a little bit watching the chickens and the goose. And my pastor's wife, she loves all animals, but she tends to go for cats. And so she was petting Miss Kitty Cat. She loves to be loved on. My pastor and wife, well, their son that still lives at home has a big dog. And so they don't have no other animal but that dog. So they were enjoying. Of course, they've seen all my animals before. But we had a nice visit. chance to call you up from the laundromat, I'll call you up and we can crochet. Okay?